Hi, and welcome to Rabbit Moon Tarot. My name's Angel, and I'll be doing a collective read. So I'm starting out with this Cosmic Insights deck because I'm being pulled to a reading that feels like a love reading. I try not to focus my readings on any one particular thing, but it does feel like love because I'm feeling kind of like a fluttering like a butterfly in my heart space, so that usually leads to like romantic excitement. So let's go ahead and tap into whatever this message is for the collective. So if you are returning to my channel, thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new, thank you for taking a chance on this tiny little channel. I read for those who resonate with my style of reading, which I call luminaries. I appreciate you stopping by, and let's just go ahead and well, I mean, yes, Mercury retrograde is going to be happening very soon if it's not already there. Okay, so of course, because the Mercury retrograde card came up, my recording decided to stop for whatever whatever reason, and there I am stumbling over my words. So Mercury retrograde at the end of this month. I believe it's June 29th, right around there. So we are probably in the 2-week shadow period before and then afterwards. So Mercury retrograde seems to be something that is like on the menu. And so the card that was behind it was water sign. So we're going to go ahead and take those two. Mercury retrograde and water signs. So this could be if you are a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio, or if you just have strong placements in those signs, sun, moon, rising, stellium, or just maybe you are just really feeling into your emotions these last couple of days. And I did say I had a feeling this is about love because I feel like the flutter in my chest, like a love excitement or romantic excitement. So this might be specifically for during the Mercury retrograde and for those who either have been in their feels or are water signs. So let's get some more because those popped out pretty quick. What else do we have for this? What other energies is surrounding this Mercury retrograde that's coming up on June 29th? That is a lot. So we have so many cards. To me, that's a lot to say. There is a lot to say. There's a lot on the docket. There's a lot that needs to be communicated. I'm not going to take all of these because none of them flipped up right, but this is telling me that there's a lot to be said, to be had, to be understood. And again, during Mercury retrograde, it usually means that there can be a little bit of a bog down or miscommunication during this time. So just during this time, June 29th, please be mindful, be gentle with yourself and with others, because it's a high point for possible miscommunication. There we go. Okay, so we have caution, find out more information, don't overwork yourself. So I just said be careful about communication because it is retrogrades tend to be a little bit higher likelihood that there will be a miscommunication, and especially if this is having to do with romantic connections. You want to be gentle with yourself and make sure you're very clear and speak intentionally with those that you're communicating with. So, and this caution card with the heart is making me feel like there might be something during this Mercury retrograde for water signs, or it's going to involve feeling really deep in your emotions that perhaps you might be taking out of context, or you might accidentally take out of context. So before you react, get more information. Maybe sit with it and ask for clarification rather than the react. Let's see what else. And then we have cycles, fate, karma, something ending, something beginning. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have open your heart. It will help you attract more love. Pardon me. I'm going to take that because my eyes connected with the bottom of the deck, and so I have to take it. So I'm gonna do one more because it feels like this is following a very specific pattern. So during Mercury retrograde coming up, it may have to do with water signs. So if, like I said, if you have strong placements, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and or you just really been deep in your emotions, just be mindful during this time that because it is a higher likelihood of having miscommunications, be gentle with yourself, and before you react, make sure that you get clarification so there isn't any misunderstandings. It does seem like whatever conversation would be happening during Mercury retrograde is about like patterns you might be noticing about yourself with those that you're connected to, family, friends, job, whatever, noticing cycles and recognizing that there are certain things that need to be cleaned up, that need to be managed, that needs to be like, okay, well, that chapter is closed. Do so cleanly, gently, respectfully before you move forward, if that makes sense. It's like certain things need to be like I don't want to say loose ends because that sounds disrespectful, but there is some lingering pattern or some lingering attachment that needs to be dealt with or given the respect gently, respectfully, but to end that cycle so that something new can come in. Because here, open your heart is like there may be something waiting in the wings for you during or just after Mercury retrograde that really is gonna like gel or add to your life in a very positive way. But it takes kind of navigating through some old stuff. And again, Mercury retrograde, aside from it having to do with like maybe having reviews of past issues or past cycles and miscommunication, it also brings forward things that do need to be tidied up, dealt with, clean slate. It's bringing forward things that like before you move to your next chapter, before you turn the page to this new point in your life, let's do some cleanup. Okay, here are the things that still need to be taken care of. That's why I'm saying just be gentle, be respectful, get clarification so that whatever you need to tie up is done so cleanly and respectfully before you can move forward and open your heart to whatever wonderful thing that needs that. Well, I said need. I was going to say want, but Spirit is saying, no. It needs to come in because it's time. All right, so let's get one more card and then we'll get some tarot. Whoop, fell on the floor. Give me a second while I pick it up. Okay, so we got, sorry, my chair is like stuck in the back position. Hold on. Which is funny because it's Mercury retrograde and I said my chair is stuck in the back position. Let me move it forward. Okay, so patience. Just a few more months, good things come to those who wait. Again, I just said my chair is stuck in the back position. We're talking about Mercury retrograde. We're talking about closing out cycles where maybe there's areas where you're still kind of stuck. But I get the inclination, my luminaries, that you already kind of know that this needs to take place. But it's a little bit hard. Sometimes there's some sentimental attachment. There's some unwillingness to let go of something that you're so familiar with. But in this situation, in this particular arena, I heard it needs to happen. And it can be done so respectfully, gently, but it does need to kind of be buttoned up, dealt with, so that you can turn that page. Okay, so let me get some tarot on this love situation. Okay, tell me what my luminaries can expect during this this Mercury retrograde in romance. For those that this resonates for, of course. If this doesn't resonate, that's okay. Maybe you're reading another time. Okay, let's see. All right, so what we have is Eight of Cups. We're talking about ending cycles. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that no longer serves you, or that you've completed that lesson, you've completed that cycle, you've learned what you needed to learn, and you're walking towards a new dawn. In this particular deck, the Unveiled Tarot, it's not just moving forward. This person is taking that leap of faith. I mean, I know it's a diver going into the deep end of the water signs, going into the deep end. It's taking the chance. It's putting your faith in this new endeavor when I say this person is diving into the deep end, it's like if you are trying to move forward in some romantic way, certain things need to be ended and buttoned up and dealt with respectfully, kindly, gently, so that you can fully immerse yourself in this new chapter. Like, this is not a time to like put a toe in. It's complete this cycle and then fully immerse yourself into this love possibility. For those that it resonates, you know what I'm talking about. Like, don't do so recklessly or to an unhealthy way or to an unhealthy situation. But it's literally just saying, open yourself up to the possibility of how this, whatever opportunity is, could really add to your life. It's diving off the high dive into the deep waters to immerse yourself, to allow yourself to really feel and to love. Then we've got Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is about an opportunity to create new abundance. And I always think the aces are, I don't want to say timed events or limited time offers, but they are offers that are presented to us. And the opportunity, the window of opportunity or the door of opportunity is not forever. It'll be available to us for a certain amount of time. And then it goes kind of like back into the cycle and it'll like disappear for a little bit. And then it'll come back in again when you're ready. I feel like sometime during Mercury retrograde, you're going to be reviewing what you need to button up, to tie off loose ends, to end old chapters in a respectful, gentle way so that you can turn the page. And when you do turn the page, this is when this opportunity comes in for stability. It is taking, it's that leap of faith into the deep end, into the deep water, and finding some sort of stability with possibly a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Okay. Then we have the World. Ooh, yes, the World is about closing out old cycles. Man, this reading, when I said it was about love, it's coming in strong. It's like, it's time. I almost hear it's looming, like the way that it looks like the 50-foot woman in like the old black and white movies. It's like looming. It's towering over you. You can see it. It's unavoidable. It's right there. This change, this opportunity is coming in. But before this opportunity, this change, this new chapter comes in, you kind of have to clean the slate. You got to clear the board, you know? You got to take the chance, believe in yourself, be open to receive, dive into that deep end. And then that opportunity of abundance and structure and stability come in. It's time to move forward. It is time. Rafiki, it is time. Okay. Ooh, I'm going to give it the honor because it flipped. And then we have the Sun. Again, if you look at this, they're people on a roller coaster. So it's like, it's not exactly the same, but it's like, it almost feels like a free fall. It almost feels like a free fall into this happiness, but it's not a free fall. It's not undiscovered territory. It's not, you are not sure where you're going to land. There is a certain divine path or track that you're on. It may feel like you're free falling, but it's not. I feel like you're being guided by your higher self. You're on the right track. If this is for you, you would know it. You would know it. There's no question. You can see this opportunity bright as day, like the 50-foot woman walking across, was it New York City? Can't remember what city it was, but like, it is looming. It is there. It is so obvious. There's no way you can't notice it, this opportunity. And so that's what this Mercury retrograde is about. It's like, okay, this opportunity is right there. It's meant for you. You just got to do a little bit of cleanup, a little buttoning up, a little cutting of old ties, clearing the board, as it were, so you can start this new chapter, turn this page. And these cards, like, increasingly are getting more and more positive. You're getting closer to your end goal, your finish line, your happiness. Whoop. We've got temperance. This is about finding balance. This is someone pouring their cup into you and you pouring your cup into them. Open your heart. The happiness that you find is in some sort of connection. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic per se, but it does feel like romance. I know I said it felt like a love reading, and love can take a lot of different forms, but man, does it feel romantic right now. This person, this big person right here, this 50-foot woman is it's, I want to say, it's so glaringly obvious that this person, this connection, this collective, this opportunity can lead to your happiness. It's like, you know it, because they're willing to pour into your cup as you're willing to pour into them. It's just about buttoning up a few things. Oh my goodness. Then we have a Hierophant. So that's this Taurus energy. This is the structure. This is like, as far as relationship goes, this is like a fully committed, monogamous, like, relationship, happiness in like almost a traditional way. Like, if you're looking for, a partner with the idea of a home with a yard and the picket fence, and like, this is tradition. This is like the standard, like, fairy tale version of like commitment and relationship. This is, I love you and you love me, and we're building something together. This is steadfast. This is Taurus energy. So this is home and hearth and stability. That Ace of Pentacles, that chance to build stability with a Taurus. Wow. This is, I mean, I'm a little bit floored because it felt like a love reading, but man, does it feel so obvious that this big person, this big entity, this big opportunity, this I say big person in the sense that, like, their presence, their energy is so obvious. They shine and the sun next to it is like they shine a light on all aspects. It makes it very clear how you should move. And this person or this opportunity is not pushing, but man, do they want to give as much as, you give. Like the same beautiful energy that a Taurus would give in their relationship, the commitment, the love, the words of affirmation, the cozy home, the idea of hygge, that like warm, cozy cabin in the woods with the lights, like snow falling in winter, and it's all a fireplace and it's candles, like a very warm. That's what this feels like. Whatever is building, that's what it feels like. So during Mercury retrograde, there is going to be things that pop up that need to be like, hey, okay, so we are almost through this cycle. We just need to review a few things before you submit it. And now you can move on to your next task. Or a few things that just need to be tied up, buttoned up, clear the slate so you can turn this page into this new chapter. So let me get, I've got these oracle cards called Postcards from Spirit. And I love it because it's literally like as if your higher self, your ancestors, your guides, whoever you work with are sending you a postcard in the mail. And I love it because it's formatted that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and read one for this collective and see what comes out. Ooh, we've got two. All right, I'll take two. Okay, so first one. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good, solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, and in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly. As we d- as well as do a general sight check to ensure that your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come to visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So that's the first one. And the next one, to tie up this reading and to finish it out, is Dearest You. We know everything in the universe is perfect, even in its flaws, and we view the creation of spirit in total awe. All is unique, yet part of a unity of experience. But the human experience is a little different from ours. You tend to have a specific standard for what you consider ideal, and this isn't serving you right now. So forget your idea of perfection and see through our eyes, allowing things to be as they are without judgment. Don't wait until a perfect moment or perfect mood to start something. Instead, enter life with all its flawsomeness. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let others be who they are too, imperfect and human. Complex or simple, it doesn't matter. For there is always something to discover, experience, and love. When you drop the need for an ideal, you uncover the real treasure, which will be far more interesting and valuable. Loving you like crazy from the Spirit. And so, those are your messages for today. I hope this resonated or helped and validated in some way. Thank you so much for taking time on this teeny tiny little channel. I really appreciate you. If you've made it this far, I would love if you put like a little purple heart in the comments just to say, hey, I made it to the end. And if you like the way I read, consider like, sharing, subscribing. It definitely helps my little channel. And this is Rabbit and Moon Tarot. My name is Angel, and I will see you at the next reading.